a cool fall day in the Shenandoah Valley. We'll get homecoming weekend started for Bridgewater College today. The Marlins of Virginia Wesleyan University are in town to take on the Bridgewater College Eagles for a battle between two ODAC squads trying to get above 500 in conference play here as the season rolls on. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Jobson Athletic Complex. I'm Tate Mills, and today we have two field hockey teams that are in the middle of turning their seasons around. Which one of these surging squads will get a win here today, we will find out shortly. But first, let's take a quick look at the history books and then the weather. Bridgewater leads the all-time series 16-2. It is currently 62 degrees out here today, definitely cooler than it's been as of recent. Feels like 57 due to the wind out there. 7-mile-per-hour wind is what it blows at. Gusts up to 11 miles per hour. We're getting ready to go here. Virginia Wesleyan out there in the huddle. Bridgewater getting some finishing touches on their pre-game. Go through the starters here in numerical order. First for the visiting Marlins: Ashlyn Boykin, Kellen McLeod, Landry Mayer, Isabel Rogers, Brianna Gable, Reagan Wells, Ava Stouch, Kendra Payton, Samantha Middleton, Mackenzie Short, and starting in goal was DJ Hossclaw. Now for the Eagles, also in numerical order: Riley Chandler, Natalie Stock, Corinne Klingler, Casey Krell, Lexi Francis, Destiny Joseph, Molly Best, Jade Buckles, Malin Watson, Kylie Amberger, and in goal starting is Ashley Now. Looks like we're about to get set out there. The Marlins will get the opening possession of today's game. Waiting for the signal from the official to get things started. And there it is, and we are underway here. Virginia Wesleyan will launch, and they will be in white. And the Eagles are in crimson. So we are underway here. So we're going to get started. Turnover on the first opening possession for the Marlins. Hit it right out of bounds. We're back in play here. Bridgewater's going to look to clear the ball here early. Try to get something going offensively. Pass over to Stock, who couldn't handle that one. And another turnover. The Marlins will resume possession now. And that's going to be another whistle. Ball is back in play at the hands of Rogers out there. She will get things started. Pass over to the top. Now working, pressing on defense. Are the Eagles working backwards? Are the Marlins? Pass off to Kendra Payton, who flips it up the field. Ball's batted around a couple times, still being fought for. Now passed off again to Rogers. Rogers marked by a couple of defenders. Now she will look back to Payton. Payton passes back. Bridgewater enters today at 4-6. Marlins enter at 4-5. Both 1-1 in conference play here. Now Bridgewater pushing down offensively. Ball is back in play now. Bridgewater working offensively. And now the Marlins moving down the field. Oh, good pass there from Middleton over to the middle of the field. Now batted away. That was McLeod, who couldn't quite handle that one. Drew a couple of defenders. Ball's being flipped back over. Ball is now being worked back upfield by the Marlins. They've held offensive possession for the majority of the opening few minutes. Now working upfield again. This is Middleton. Passes it off. First time being near the goal for the Marlins in this one. They flip it up. Good pass there. Still being fought for. And that's going to be a whistle, and Bridgewater will take over control on that one. The ball is flipped up and deflected. Good play there. Now working in the middle of the field. That's going to be a shot up and wide. Ball's now back in play. Working in the middle. Foul called. And the ball will go the other way. Ball back in play now for the Marlins, working back across the field. Bridgewater back in control of the ball now as they move upfield and take it right back away. So the Marlins have definitely been able to control most of the game. Bridgewater defense has settled in, and that's kind of been the tale of their season, Bridgewater. They don't give up too many goals a game. They don't score too many goals a game either. On the other hand, Virginia Wesleyan does force the issue, and they do score more. However, they do average more let up. Now working upfield, breaking away loose is Virginia Wesleyan. Oh, good pass now towards the middle and deflected back out. Good defense there. Bridgewater gets the stop there, but now they got to get it clear. And I believe Virginia Wesleyan will be called for the foul on that one. So I mentioned the records earlier. Both of the squads for sure have been playing better. Bridgewater has 4 wins in their last 6 games, and Virginia Wesleyan has 3 wins in their last 4 games. So these squads finding some footing now as the season rolls on. Now the all-important conference play has begun, which these teams are both 1-1 in. This will be a good win for both of these teams if they can get up above 500, as that's going to be a center for Bridgewater, who's now working down on offense. That ball is deflected back across and scooped up and possessed by Wesleyan for the time being. Now Bridgewater's going to take it back over. And they're going to work upfield now. They look to get a clear. Another whistle. So it's kind of the same tale for both of these squads. They can keep this momentum rolling into conference play. I'm sure they would both like to. And for Wesleyan, they've had very high levels of success scoring in their 4-game span, so they're going to look to keep that up today. Definitely you can tell they're rolling offensively. They're getting a lot of possessions compared to Bridgewater. However, Wesleyan has not been able to carry any of those through and convert them into goals. However, we are still very early in this one. That's going to be another foul, I believe, against Kellen McLeod. Now Bridgewater's working upfield again, see if they can get a score. They only allow less than 2 goals a game, which is decent. Wesleyan averaging more than 2 goals a game. See which one of those holds. Clouds roll in, definitely partly cloudy out there. Bit of an overcast for a cold front that's going to be coming in this weekend, but decent day out there today. Bridgewater still in control, passes it over to Stock. Stock will work around a defender, now shoves the defender, and she gets shoved to the ground. And Stock will get the favored call on that one. They look to get things going. Stock has it once again. Now moving upfield, good pass around a defender, and that ball will be deflected out of bounds. Looking to get things going again are the Marlins. They got to get a clear attempt, another whistle. They will be able to settle things down. Oh, now an open pass and a little off target, too hard. Unable to be handled, and Bridgewater will take over once again. It's one of Molly Best's first touch. She leads in goals and points. The Eagles would love to get her going. Now another downfield shot will be taken back over by Bridgewater. Now Bridgewater working back downfield. Good move there. Now flips it upfield. Running free. Can she get it collected? Not quite. However, she will draw a foul pretty close to the goal. And I believe we're going to get our first penalty corner of the match. All important to see if Bridgewater can capitalize on this opportunity. Lexi Francis, junior out of Bristow, Virginia, will insert the ball back into play, see what they can do. DJ Hossclaw down there in goal for the Marlins. Penalty corner is live. Hard flip up. They're going to look to settle things down. Then they're going to pass off, unable to be collected by Best. Best flips it inside, and that's going to be a violation. So good defensive hold there by the Marlins. Marlins are coming off of a win in the Harrisonburg area against Eastern Mennonite on Tuesday. Bridgewater made the trip up to Winchester, and now they're moving upfield. Oh, and she lost the ball. That was Francis. Ball got away from her. Bridgewater dropped at number 15, Shendo, on Wednesday as well. 2-1, though. Valiant effort fell just short. Now the ball slipped up very high. Oh, and a good play to keep that momentum going. Running upfield now. Got a player down there. That's going to be Middleton. Middleton draws the defender. Great defense being displayed there. That will be Riley Chandler down there to knock the ball away and collect it back for Bridgewater. Breaking up that run was Chandler. Now she'll settle back down a little bit. Senior, one of the team leaders at Prince George. Bridgewater now working upfield again. That's Peyton there to disrupt that, and she will flip it up. A couple of Eagles were there. Pass off target. And two players hit the deck. And Bridgewater will get awarded possession on that one. Flip it back, and they will settle in, try to get this ball cleared. Pass out to Destiny Joseph, who will pass it up to Olivia Olegger. Tracking after it and unable to was Francis, and that ball will go back to Bridgewater. Centered pass collected by Best. Oh, and a good move. Working around a couple of defenders. Now she'll pass over to the far side of the field, and that ball will be moved inside and not able to be controlled. However, I believe Bridgewater will be fouled, and they're going to get another penalty corner opportunity. Last time they slow played it a little bit. Be interested to see how they like to go about this penalty corner. The ball is in play, maybe moving a little faster now, and they will shot from deep. And that's just wide from Kylie Amberger. Definitely that one was more fast-paced than their previous one. However, the result was the same, but they certainly got closer to scoring. Then pressure's back on. Wesleyan certainly controlled most of the possessions in the first few minutes of the game. Now Bridgewater has the offensive momentum. See what they can end up doing with it. About 3 minutes remaining in the opening period. Nobody is on the board yet. Bridgewater now working with the ball. Pass claimed by a couple of Marlins down there. Still working with it now. Now back to an Eagle. Olegger with it now. Trying to break free of a defender, and believe she will be fouled. Welcome back here. Apologize about those technical difficulties that's out there today. However, no real action was missed. No goals have been scored. 0. Bridgewater did not convert on any goals when they had the offensive momentum in the first period. Here in the second period now, Wesleyan on offense. We are still underway at the 12-minute mark in the second period. Virginia Wesleyan forcing the envelope here on offense. However, they did just turn it over. Bridgewater working to get a clear and back on offense. Oleger with it now, and she looks upfield, and she will pass it away. And again, that will be Klingler with it now, working upfield. Pass maybe too far out in front of Amberger. No, she got to it after Marlin could not. Now pass will be centered, middle of the field now. And that will be Autumn Justice there. Passes it off, and that shot will be wide. Ball's back in play. Wesleyan went for a clear. It was deflected. And Bridgewater called for the foul there. Bridgewater will take back over. Passes it upfield, and that will be immediately touched by Marlin and taken back away. Flipped up again. Klingler is there to disrupt that. Going to get a whistle, and Bridgewater back on top of it. They have done a very good job this possession, keeping the ball on the offensive side. Amberger's there with it, and she will try to work around a defender, and she will. I believe that's best with it now. We'll pass on over to Oleger. Oleger moving upfield will center it. Deflected a little bit. No one able to come away with it yet. Now the Marlins will for the time being, and that's going to be another whistle, and Wesleyan will try to get another clear. Now moving upfield and launching upfield and deflected. Chandler there again. She's disrupted a few downfield shots from the Marlins. Ooh, hard pass. Klingler will collect it. Now she will move upfield, working around a couple of defenders, and she will crank up, and that ball will be deflected. Wesleyan will look to take over. That's a whistle. Ball's back in play. Bridgewater takes it over just temporarily, then called for the whistle. Ball's up and high. Maybe too high. Ball's back now. Bridgewater will look to move in offensively. Oleger collects, and she will pass another quick pass, and that's Best with it now. Best mistouched that. Still fighting for it, though. And now moving upfield are the Marlins. Moving upfield again, a quick pace. Buckles is there on defense, and she will try to set her feet. Oh, good pass there. Not able to be collected. Pass was on target, and another whistle. Bridgewater back in control in this 0-0 ball game. Good defense by Klingler there. Now she's moving upfield. She's got Amberger to her left. She looks that way. Pass was off target. Amberger makes up for it. It's there. Keeps it alive. Best will flip it over to the far side of the field. Amberger once again. Another off-target pass to Amberger, but she still fights for it and ultimately will commit a foul. Ball was back up and recollected by Bridgewater. Amberger will have another shot at it. Ball was dribbled around, still being fought for, and Bridgewater will come away with it, moving towards the goal now. Now centered and collected and flipped up high for the Marlins, looking to get a clear attempt now. And that one was off target, and Bridgewater will collect for another offensive possession. Ball went out past the goal off of Bridgewater. Marlins will look to get a clear and something going offensively. They've been down on the defensive side for last few minutes of the game, and they will still remain down here. Olegger, good quality play there. Now she will flip inside in between a few Marlins. Nothing going yet. Bridgewater will claim possession back. That's Olegger again as she settles things down a little bit. Now she will draw defenders over to her side, pass back over. Unable to be collected. Olegger will get another look at it. Passes again, another wide open pass in front of the goal now. Shoots, blocked, saved again, kicked around a couple of times. And now back out. Good defense there by the Marlins and DJ Hossclaw. Job's not finished, though, for the Marlins. Oh, good, crafty move there displayed by Joseph. Still has the ball now. A whistle's blown. And she'll be called for a foul. Bridgewater was oh so close. Better defense by the Marlins. Ball's back. Downfield launch. Tracking. No one able to come away with it yet. Chandler's there. Now she will. Now she'll pass it up. A little off target, however. That is Peyton with it now. Peyton will flip it up now. The Marlins have something going offensively. Working upfield now. This is McLeod. McLeod looks inside and taken away. Believed by Chandler. Working upfield now, that's Klingler. Launches, and there's nobody there. The ball will roll on out of bounds. Ball was launched, and I believe that came off the stick in a bad way. So quick turnover, and Bridgewater will take possession right back over. They were very, very close during the last possession. Joseph will launch. And she'll get a redo at that. Under 5 minutes remaining in the opening half now. Bridgewater's still working. They've definitely had more offensive opportunities than Wesleyan. Wesleyan settling in on defense. Oh, good play there defensively. Coming up, Bridgewater will look to keep possession. And they will not. Now moving upfield quickly. And taken right back away by Bridgewater. Downfield shot to Antberger. A little off target. Now moving upfield, how to get out of there quickly. That's Klingler is there. Draws a defender. Now she moves upfield to see what she can do around this defender. Goes for a spin move and better defensive work there. No whistle blown, still working. Now she will get a center in front of the goal now. Shoots and scores! What a possession. You knew they were close. Bridgewater draws first blood. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the opening half. Kylie Amberger found the back of the net on that one. They were close. They were working through her. She got a lot of passes going towards her way. They finally got that one to convert, and Bridgewater leads this one 1-0. So an early, first lead of the game for Bridgewater, as they now will look to settle in defensively. Final few minutes of the opening half. And Bridgewater will look to take it away. And they will. Now working upfield, collected by the Marlins. And now back to Bridgewater. That's Best working around a couple of defenders. Oh, good moves. Gets around two defenders and now passes it back out wide to the far side of the field. Should be collected, and it will be. Believe that's Watson out there, far side. Now she'll move it back closer. No one able to really come away with it yet. And the penalty corner upcoming now. Malin Watson credited for the assist on Amberger's goal. Ball is inserted. They ripped an early shot last time. Looks as they will do the same. They will pass Klingler with it now. And she will shoot. Deflected and almost in, but wide. The Marlins hold keeps the score at 1-0 off of the penalty corner. Not much success on the penalty corners for the Eagles so far. Both of these teams entering the game on the season have had less penalty corners than their opponents on the year. Bridgewater not going for that trend today. See if they can keep it up. Ball is back alive now. Bridgewater takes it over. That's Olegger with it. Passes it off and taken away by the Marlins. And I believe they will launch out of bounds, and Bridgewater should take back over. Marlins with it now. Trying to get around the defender, and that's going to be a foul. Launching upfield hard are the Marlins. Now draws a couple of defenders. Oh, big breakthrough there by Ortiz. Ortiz now will pass it off. And taken right back away just temporarily. And yes, they are going to call the foul. Bridgewater will take possession. About 1 minute remaining here in the opening half. Bridgewater leads 1-0. See if they play aggressive, try to build on their lead. And if the Marlins can keep this at a 1-goal game heading into halftime, we'll see. Corner down there on the far sideline. And good deflection there. Marlins working upfield. They're looking to maybe tighten this one up. Not there, though. Chandler's there to disrupt that. She's been very good on defense today. Couple of key deflections. Working back upfield now. Running free for a second. Then defender drew closer to her and took it away. Best with it now. 20 seconds remaining. See if they play aggressive. Best will launch downfield. Nobody's there. And the ball will maybe come to a rest and bounds. It will. Now it's out of bounds. 10 seconds remaining. Don't think there's much time. No, now they are going to move into the field. Now it's deflected. And they're going to draw a penalty. They have 4 seconds here on a penalty corner. Likely going to have to rip a quick shot. That's what they did on their second corner attempt. We'll see. This could be very, very decisive here. Very crucial moment in this game for the Marlins, trying to get a stop. Try to keep this at a 1-0 game heading into halftime. Ball's in play. See, they elect to shoot it, and not going to get a shot off in time. They did get a... They got a goal, but it was after time had expired. The buzzer had sounded. Players stopped. They're going to believe they're going to look to replay it. Bagby is very upset down there. Now they're going to look to play this one out. Back in play. It's kind of like an on-time down. Now it's going to be shot inside. And they are going to score again! How about that? Bridgewater on an untimed possession expands and stretches their lead to 2-0 heading into halftime. Wow. Corinne Klingler is going to find the back of the net. Wow, what a moment in this one. An untimed possession results in a goal after some confusion down there in the first penalty corner. Wow, how about that? 2-0 is our score as we head into halftime. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Jobson Athletic Complex, where the Eagles of Bridgewater College lead 2-0 over the Marlins of Virginia Wesleyan. A late goal, actually an untimed goal at the end of the first half is what gave Bridgewater their second goal of the game. Corinne Klingler responsible for that one. Bridgewater leads in some first half stats here, 8-4 on shots, 4-1 shots on goal, 5-1 in corners. And about even on fouls, 28 and 26. Virginia Wesleyan has 2 more. Goalie swap now for the Eagles, Madeline Miller, reigning ODAC Defensive Player of the Week. And now Bridgewater does this every game. They split time for their goalies. So Bridgewater will lead 2-0. Bridgewater will take the opening possession of the second half and in the third period. Then moving downfield, of course, we did switch sides now. So Bridgewater now going to the football practice area side. Wesleyan going in the way of the baseball field. Ball's back in play, moving now towards the goal again, then retreating back out. Good defense being displayed there by the Marlins. They're interested to see what their game plan is after letting up that goal there at the end of the first half. See if they try to press to get one. Moving upfield now are the Marlins, maybe pressing a little bit and ultimately denied by Chandler. However, a Marlin is right back there to clean it up and keep things going. Chandler's still on the mark. That's going to be a whistle. Ball's back in play now. The Marlins on offense looking to make up for that goal that they allowed late, and then they're going to have to get another one. On the other hand, Bridgewater entered today averaging about 1.2 goals a game. Virginia Wesleyan came in letting up 6.2. Bridgewater having their way on that side of the stat sheet here early in this one. They've scored 2 goals in the opening half. Marlins still on offense now, working around a couple of defenders now. Bridgewater will take back control, fighting for it now. That's Best down there. Now working upfield again, that's Best. Bridgewater back in control now. It's Buckles down there, holding it down defensively. Now we'll pass it off. That's O'Legger with it. She's drawn by a couple of defenders. Buckles with it again, and that's going to be a whistle. Ball slipped up way in the air. And that's taken over by Bridgewater. Pass was off target by the Marlins. Now upfield, that's O'Legger again. Trying to work around a defender, does that time, and unable to get back to that one. But she will clean up, and that's going to be a whistle again. Ball's back down offensively for Bridgewater, tied up down there, and that's a whistle and a turnover. The Marlins committing the foul. Best with it now, moves it towards the goal a little bit, then deflected. And again, this is McLeod with it, and that ball will be taken back by the Marlins. Good play there. Now moving upfield, that's Mayer with it. Meyer moving upfield, passes off to McLeod. McLeod trips up a defender. Bridgewater will be called for the foul, however. And that's going to be a shot and wide. from the Marlins. That was pretty quick off the resumption of play. Ball's back in play about midfield now. Bridgewater in position. Oh, a good move there. Draws the defender out of position. Allows an easy lane for a pass. Now upfield again. Running free are the Eagles. I believe that's Klingler down there. And she will have it taken away. Best with it now. She will look to put the ball towards the middle of the field. Good move there by Amberger. Look to get a pass set up just too far out in front of the intended target, and the Marlins will take back over. Ball's back in play. Bridgewater now working upfield with it. Centers a pass, and that's going to be off target and taken away by the Marlins. Ball's loose. Anyone's for the taking. Oh, shoved down to the ground. They're going to get the ball to Bridgewater, though. Marlin went down to the ground. She might have committed a foul. This is going to be Olegger with it now, who will have it taken away. Now flipped up. That's McLeod with it. McLeod working around a defender. Buckles is the mark. Good defense there now. An extra defender. And Grell now upfield again, and great defense displayed again. That's Chandler once again. Said her name a few times this afternoon. Very good defensive play, disrupting these downfield pushes from the Marlins. Chandler now will retreat back into her spot on defense. She's had a great time watching her offense. For sure, lead 2-0. And that ball will be launched downfield. And it will go out of bounds. Ball's up and back in play now. Best will have it taken away. Oh, nope, maybe a foul. Foul was on Best, so yes, ball will be taken away. Marlins in possession in need of a couple of goals. Pass too far off target. Intended target was Stouch, beg your pardon. And now Bridgewater working back upfield. Pass will be collected by the Marlins. Maybe a foul in there. Ball will be back in play. Marlins will have it. Pass will be there. Good chance here. One-on-one. Now draws a couple more defenders. Still has control now. Shot up. And that will be saved by Miller. So decent chance for the Marlins there. Unable to convert, and the score remains 2-0. Ball's up. And the Marlins should take control of the ball now. Bridgewater inserts the ball back in play, trying to expand their lead even more. Bridgewater working again. This is Best, who will have her pass immediately intercepted. Passes up again and taken right back by Bridgewater. Flips it up inside to Amberger. And in pursuit, Hot. Deflected back off. That was a little sneaky shot there from Bridgewater. Hossclaw was at the ready. Score remains 2-0. Foul on Bridgewater there, number 11. Bridgewater will take it right back over, though, and try to work upfield to expand their lead. Ball was centered now. Decent chance Working inside now. Zamberger gets a shot up towards the goal, kicked back out. Collected back by Bridgewater again. Put towards the middle. Still in the middle. Another shot opportunity here. And saved once again. Olegger with the shot. Couldn't go. 2-0 remains the score. And Wesleyan needs to get out of defense now, try to get some offensive opportunities going if they want to get closer. And this one they trail 2-0. Under 6 minutes remaining in the third period. Whistle. Foul on Bridgewater now. This ball is flipped up into the ground. Went Gable. Now moving upfield again are the Marlins. This is Meyer. Decent chance now for the Marlins, working around a defender and taking it away. Good defense there. That is Buckles, who will now sweep one up the field. And working around a defender, great move around a defender is Francis. Foul committed by Wesleyan. Bridgewater still moving, off and running. And taken right back away by the Marlins. Ball's back in play. Moving it down now on offense is Bridgewater. Now up and in play. Another good chance here. Draws a few defenders. Nothing really going yet and taken right back away. Good defense there by the Marlins to stall that offensive push. And good speed and good crafty moves being displayed by Samantha Middleton to work the ball around a couple of defenders. Will keep control of the ball. Now pushing upfield even harder. Sense of urgency. Shot up in front of the goal now. No one collects it yet. I believe that will be a foul. So penalty corner coming for the Marlins, in desperate need of a goal, down 2-0, but 4 minutes remaining in the third period, 4:14 to be exact. See what they can do with this opportunity. A reminder, Bridgewater scored a goal on penalty corner at the end of the first half. Ball's inserted. See if they go fast or settle down. They will go fast. Shot up and wide. Landry Meyer on that shot. This ball is now back in play, then back out of play, out of bounds. Marlins will be awarded the possession. We'll flip it up. Being fought for down there on the at the 30-yard mark. Now Bridgewater will take it back over. That's best. And working back upfield are the Marlins. Deflected, whistle, and headed the way of Bridgewater. Ball is launched way up in the air, and the Marlins will look to take back control of this one temporarily, then back in control of Bridgewater working upfield. No one really able to establish any possession yet. Exchanged hands a couple of times. Now Bridgewater looks like they're moving upfield. And the ball is drawn away now. Flicked up, tossed up, and no one's able to come up with it yet. That's going to be a whistle on the far sideline, the team side. Under 2:30 remaining in the third period. Score remains 2-0. Now the Marlins working at field once again. Good pass out in front. And they're going to look to settle back in offensively now. Desperate need of a goal in the final couple minutes of the third period. Moving inside now, just got away from them. Waiting on the positioning. Marlins will have possession now. Now they're going to start and immediately taken away by Bridgewater. Maybe for a second. Nobody yet. Bridgewater does have possession currently. Now they're going to toss it back out, and that's going to be anticipated well by the Marlins to take that one back over. I believe that was Stouch. No one really able to come away with the ball yet for this possession. Working towards the goal now. Oh, ball was out in front of the goal there for a second. And kicked away by Miller. Now the ball's still being fought for a little farther out. Pretty close, good opportunity for the Marlins. Maybe a bit unexpected, however, unable to convert. About 1 minute remaining now. In the third period. See if Bridgewater's keen on holding this 2-0 lead. Played very good defensively so far. That last possession was probably one of the closest, maybe caught a little off guard. That ball got right in front of Miller. Miller, however, was able to kick that one away. The senior out of Yorktown, Virginia. Been very solid. Both goalies been solid so far, and especially in their recent success, winning 4 in their last 6 and potentially now on their way. Now downfield, working in the final few seconds. Almost got it in scoring position still down there. And I believe a foul will be called, so another penalty corner. 17 seconds remaining. In the third period. See if they're going to be able to repeat their success with their penalty corner that took place at the end of the first half. Ball is in play now. Passed around a couple of times. And out in front of the goal. Good positioning now. Loose in front of the goal. No one able to come away with it yet until the Marlins will. That goal was very close. And that will be the end of the period. I beg your pardon. We're going to head into the fourth period with the score of 2-0. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Jobson Athletic Complex. At the start of the fourth period, Bridgewater leads 2-0 after a pretty uneventful third period. That's just how Bridgewater will like it, though, if it means keeping their 2-goal lead. They look to finish this one off and get above 500 in ODAC play. on homecoming weekend. Plenty of homecoming festivities for the Eagles this weekend. Football against Roanoke tomorrow on this very field. And plenty of events around campus. Always nice to see people enjoying homecoming weekend. And the Bridgewater field hockey squad looking to get things started this weekend. They lead 2-0 now. And the Marlins will look to take the opening possession. They're going to turn it over, however. Bridgewater will now work upfield. That's Best with it. Solid game from Best, but a good game from everybody from Bridgewater. Just how Coach Bagby would like it in her first season as head field hockey coach of her alma mater. So the whole season's been like a homecoming for her, but this weekend will feel ultra special if she can get this one finished off here with the win. 14 minutes remain. Ball's back in play. Bridgewater will have possession. The ball got away from the intended target, but a backup was there for Bridgewater to keep it alive. Whistle and a turnover. Wesleyan will take possession now. Flipped up and maybe too far out in front of the intended target. Ball might roll out of bounds. If not, Chandler's there to take over, and she will. And she will knock it out of bounds, let her defense get set. Working upfield now are the Marlins. And taken away by Bridgewater. Bridgewater will be content with getting out of here with a win. If that means settling in on defense, I'm sure they will. If that means continuing to press on offense, they can definitely do that. Now they got to settle in on defense, though. Ball's out in front of the goal. And we're going to get a whistle. Penalty corner now incoming. See if the Marlins can inch closer in this one. The ball will be inserted in play. See if they get a quick shot or settle in. They're going to look to settle in. Now they're going to get a shot. Deflected by Miller. Ball's loose in front of the goal. Miller gets back in position. Needs to. Nobody's yet. Bridgewater has it now. That's a whistle. So good hold initially for the Eagles. However, they're going to have to repeat that effort if they want to keep their shutout alive. This ball back in play. They passed it off the first time. Let's see what they do. Oh, it's a little sloppy there. Allows the defender to draw closer. Shot up, blocked. No one able to come away with it yet. Now it's back behind the goal, and Bridgewater will hold. So that initial pass was a little sloppy. Allowed Bridgewater to get set defensively, and that was essentially that for that penalty corner attempt. Bridgewater holds, and they keep their 2-0 lead. Ball being fought for on the near sideline here. Bridgewater will lose this battle. And good move there. Keeping possession alive offensively for the Marlins. Foul called. Ball's back in play now. Oh, good move. Create a lot of separation. Ball's loose out there. And the Marlins will take another crack at it now. This is Ruffin with it. She will look back. Middleton with it now. Passes it off. Bridgewater trying to create some momentum shift, and they will. Good effort there being displayed by the Eagles. This ball is fired up and will go out of bounds. Ball's back in play now and almost immediately out of bounds. And again, not able to get much going in a clear attempt for Virginia Wesleyan. Ball's now back in play. Swept downfield right to a Marlin. Working in between a couple of defenders now. Trying to get loose in desperate need of a goal. Now they're running free for a second. Now draws a defender. As they got a couple players hit the deck. Everyone gets up all right. Now Bridgewater back in control, looking to get it clear. That ball will go out of bounds, and Virginia Wesleyan will put it back in play. Ball's back in play now. Bridgewater looking to get a clear attempt. Maybe get another insurance goal. That would be crucial. Moving upfield now are the Eagles. Now moving back towards the goal, draws 4 defenders. The Marlins are trying to ball's now back left, taken away by Bridgewater. Shot up, but that's going to be whistled and stopped. Foul on Bridgewater there will result in a Marlins possession. Ball will be deflected out of bounds. Clouds about gone away. Sunlight now. Shadows getting longer though. Sun is starting to go down. Sets fairly early, but should be fine for this one. About 8 minutes and 15 seconds now remaining in this game. Bridgewater looking to just get out of here. They lead 2-0. Trying to settle in on defense now. They're looking to get a clear attempt around a couple of defenders. Coming up now, that was Brianna Gable trying to get things going. She will insert it back in play. Wall of Eagles there. They've been very stout on defense tonight, or this afternoon. Ball's now back in play. Risky pass there to Buckles. It was marked by a few defenders. Now working upfield quick and just fouled. That was Samantha Middleton, who displayed a burst of speed off to the ball, but maybe got a little too physical and was called for the foul. Now Bridgewater will look to get this one cleared and get back to work offensively. I think another goal would be very hard to overcome as we tick later into the game. 2 goals might be hard to overcome, but we will certainly see still plenty of time. But the way Bridgewater has played defense today, it may seem unlikely for the time being, but you never know. Now running up the field is Bridgewater, deflected quickly, and now swept on. That will likely go out of bounds, and it will. Once again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Bridgewater still in front of this one 2-0. About 4 minutes remaining. Bridgewater was unable to convert on a penalty corner about a minute ago. And that's where we are, Wesleyan on offense now in desperate need. Nothing going on that one. Bridgewater now running free with the ball, passes it off. Open shot now, will shoot, and deflected. Good goalie work there by Hossclaw to get that one out of there. I believe that was just who took the shot, had an open shot. Good anticipation by Hossclaw. Best now trying to get one more goal. No one able to come away with this one quite yet. Buckles is there for the Eagles. Sweeps it upfield. Now collected by the Marlins. And a whistle. Bridgewater on the good end of that call. They will keep the ball. Ball's back in play under 3 minutes remaining now in the game. Bridgewater ball back now, working to try to get it clear. And this one will be taken back over by McLeod. Wesleyan trying to get involved late, make it interesting. Unable to there. Bridgewater will take the possession back over. Now they will look to clear. That's a whistle, and Bridgewater will get the ball under 2 minutes remaining now. They can taste this one. This ball is inserted, flipped up. That's Gable with it again. Bridgewater will keep possession. As they continue to work down, as we are now under 90 seconds remaining. Tall task now, 2 goals in 90 seconds. Bridgewater on the verge of another shutout. They won their opening ODAC game in shutout fashion, 1-2 at Roanoke in double overtime. They've had a couple shutouts this year, 3 total. This could be their 4th if they can hold off 1 minute there on the offensive side. On the opposite end, now this was when Wesleyan was struggling there in the first part of the season. They have been shut out 4 times, looking like a 5th, about 30 seconds remaining now. So this one is certainly all but wrapped up now, as under 30 seconds remaining now for Bridgewater, looking to get homecoming weekend off to a good start for the Eagles. And they should. The defining factor in this game was for sure the untimed possession at the end of the first half, where Corinne Klingler was able to find the back of the goal to extend their lead to 2-0. As this one is over, Bridgewater will get a win, improve to 2-1 in conference play, and get homecoming weekend off to a great start for the Bridgewater Eagles. Emily Bagby, first win over Virginia Wesleyan as a coach. And now we will look ahead for both squads. Moving on for Virginia Wesleyan is Marian University. They will host at 5 p.m. in our breast cancer awareness game. For Bridgewater, they will host Eastern Mennonite in a rivalry game here on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. That's what both squads got in the future. Go through some final stats. In this one, 2-0, of course, was the final goal. 15 shots to 11 shots. Bridgewater typically averages 9 shots a game, up to 15 now. And Virginia Wesleyan had 13 shots a game. They got 11. So that was the tale. More shots than average for Bridgewater, less shots than average for Wesleyan. 10 of those shots in Bridgewater were on goal. Only 4 were on goal from the Marlins. 7 corners to 4 corners. Bridgewater led in that one, 55 fouls to 51 fouls. Wesleyan led Bridgewater in that category. 8 saves from Wesleyan, 4 saves from Bridgewater. And now on to the individual stats. Corinne Klingler and Kylie Amberger both had 1 goal. And Jade Buckles and Malin Watson both had 1 assist. Landry Meyer led with 7 shots, led all shooters. However, Kylie Amberger had more shots on goal. And that's all we have for you for the stats. Thanks for tuning in today. Once again, apologize for the technical difficulties. Bridgewater football here tomorrow as homecoming weekend will roll on. I'm Tate Mills, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you.